And we also
Definitely.
know, that according, so this is not what, okay, so this is not what the double thought is saying, but according to the rumors, if the rumors are true, we know that she didn't use her own money because allegedly she was using oh, OPM, other people's money.
Tiff.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who is also Thornton Township Supervisor, is suing both Dalton trustees and the township's Democratic Caucus after losing the nomination for her leadership role.
She claims the caucus process was unfair and accuses State Senator Napoleon Harris, the caucus leader, of voter suppression. In Thornton Township, Henyard claims Harris and caucus organizers locked out supporters during the December 3rd nomination meeting, forcing many to stand outside in freezing weather. She alleges the process was rigged and says the decision to hold a caucus instead of a primary denied voters their rights. Harris denies the claims, insisting the caucus followed state tradition.
It's about the process as a whole. It's about the people. I've always stood for the people. That's why I'm called the people's mayor, the people's supervisor. And that evening, I was very confident that I will be victorious in getting a nomination because the people really do stand with me. But I was not able to display that because our voices was.
Fair use.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who is also Thornton Township Supervisor, is suing both Dalton trustees and the township's Democratic Caucus after losing the nomination for her leadership role.
She claims the caucus process was unfair and accuses State Senator Napoleon Harris, the caucus leader, of voter suppression. In Thornton Township, Henyard claims Harris and caucus organizers locked out supporters during the December 3rd nomination meeting, forcing many to stand outside in freezing weather. She alleges the process was rigged and says the decision to hold a caucus instead of a primary denied voters their rights. Harris denies the claims, insisting the caucus followed state tradition.
It's about the process as a whole. It's about the people. I've always stood for the people. That's why I'm called the people's mayor, the people's supervisor. And that evening, I was very confident that I will be victorious in getting a nomination because the people really do stand with me. But I was not able to display that because our voices was taken.
And Dalton, Henyard's lawsuit accuses trustees of limiting her power to appoint leaders like police chief and village attorney. Trustees and caucus members deny the claims, calling the lawsuits a distraction.
Today,
RJ.
KaiR, if I just look at her face when she speaks, she's smiling the whole time, as if she's not believing herself. Can you just play just like a small part where she's talking? Let's play it without sound, just so you can see what I mean. It's just she smiles like she doesn't believe herself, like she's like, yo, I'm really talking, trying to convince them. Just look at her face. This is something serious, right? Here she's
Already smiling.
and it's like, yo, I can't believe myself. Look at that, man. I
Maybe
find it. Yeah.
It's of the same philosophy as Kamala, bringing back the joy.
Bringing back the joy.
The joy, yes.
Yeah. How did that work for Kamala? Just asking. Guys, before we continue with the show, remember to rate it by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. KaiR, we did a show about Tiffany last week. It actually got a lot of engagements. We actually had someone who said, who claimed at least, that he or she was also present that day.
That's the comment of the week, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna talk about that. That comment.
You can tell a bit more about that comment because I think it's very interesting. You're right. The fact that the person said she was there 3 hours before the caucus.
Yeah. We would appreciate if you guys can confirm it, of course, those of you who were there. But yeah. And she said that she wouldn't accept it and that she would litigate. And so yeah, take it away, KaiR. What can you tell us this week?
Well, as you can see, she is suing. And it's been quite a hectic week because I'm going to show another video of other people standing up for her. Well, other people that know her. Other people that share the same home as her. Other people that, well, let's see. Yes.
Calls herself
Tell
super mayor, not giving up in her battle to be on the ballot for next year's election for Thornton Township supervisor. Today, Tiffany Henyard and her supporters held a fiery call to action meeting.
I keep telling them, put some respect on my name.
Tiffany Henyard and her
The
Yo!
Birdman. Maybe she would change her name. Run Birdman of the politics. Well, we know how that ends. It's gonna end. What happened to that girl? What happened to that mayor? What happened to that mayor? They put a caucus in that mayor.
Yo. Okay, put some respect. The only thing left is for her to say Google. Yeah, go ahead.
Google me.
My name.
Tiffany Henyard and her supporters.
This young lady deserves that seat. She's done a hell of a job.
Speaking out about what they call unfair practices at this week's Democratic Caucus for Thornton Township supervisor. Henyard was denied a place in the township ballot for re-election because she didn't have a certified assessor on her ticket. That's what we were told by an attorney, with State Senator Napoleon Harris getting the Democratic nomination instead.
On December 3rd, 2024, your right to vote was hijacked by your committeeman, Senator Napoleon Harris.
That's something that she keeps saying, your right to vote. I have a problem with that because if a lie unchallenged will become the truth in people's minds. It's not the right to vote that is being taken away. It's the right to vote for her.
Yeah, semantics.
This is a mess. She keeps saying your right to vote has been taken away. No. You can vote whoever you want.
Yeah.
You cannot vote for her. You have to write her in.
Yeah, so I guess the only thing that matters here is whether or not the democratic rules and procedures were followed.
Yep.
A lot of people like to say, hey, I have the freedom to do this. I have the freedom to do that. But according to the Constitution, and you see that all across the world, in constitutions, usually a right is acknowledged, but there are clauses that give the government, or at least certain governmental bodies, the power to limit said rights and freedoms if there are legitimate reasons. For example, the most obvious one, KaiR. We had a couple of Diddy episodes, and we did cover the Diddy raids that took place. So the raids that was done at his 3, I believe, houses, mansions, homes. That's an invasion of privacy. That's trespassing, right? But it's legal because there's a procedure that if you follow that procedure, which means you need to show that there are reasonable grounds to do so, and only like certain officials can do it, and you would need a signature here and a stamp there. But if that is done, you are allowed to, let me say, legally infringe, legally invade, legally limit someone's right or freedom. So in this case, the only question is she's talking about taking away their right to vote. If the laws and the procedures, right, the regulations allow or allowed the party to choose a caucus instead of the usual practice, then you can't really say they took it away. So the question is, did that happen lawfully? According to her, she was locked out. People weren't allowed to get in. So a lot of things were said. And did you see in the clip, she said, I'm your mayor, I'm your supervisor. She even forgot what role she is in. Because she's calling herself a super mayor. And I believe you told me that as a mayor, her annual salary was
50K.
50K.
50K. It's a supervisor. It's a Thorntonship. Thornton
Supervisor.
Supervisor. That's 250.
250K.
Yeah, 225. I think.
225K.
Yeah.
So that's like
that's
almost
money.
5 times.
Yeah, that's where the money is. Now she's only making 50K.
Yeah. And so
Of course, she's gonna fight.
yes, she has to fight it, and we know she has the money. She's been the Thornton Township supervisor, and we also know that according. So this is not what. Okay, so this is not what the double thought is saying, but according to the rumors, if the rumors are true, we know that she didn't use her own money because allegedly she was using OPM, other people's money.
Fifth.
Hey, KaiR. She was rich dad poor daddying.
She's rich dad poor dad everything. Tiffany Henyard. She's been crashing out the whole year. But I think you can sum it up at the downfall. The downfall has started. Let's take a look. Fair use.
Breaking news tonight from suburban Thornton Township. More drama for embattled supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
And WGN's Jenna Barnes is live in Homewood with more details for us right now.
Even the anchor seems a bit tired. Look at her face when they switch to her. Look at it. Look at this.
Tiffany Henyard.
And WGN's Jenna Barnes is live in Homewood with more details for us right now.
What
Jenna.
am I doing here? I'm gonna go back. Let me
live
go back.
in Homewood with more details
Look
for
at
us
her
right
face.
Embattled supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
And WGN's Jenna Barnes is live in Homewood with more details for us right now. Jenna.
Roll in your eyes.
Ray and Micah, we were promised a raucous caucus, and indeed, that is what we witnessed. Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who was appointed to that position tonight, lost her bid for the Democratic Party's nomination in this rarely used political process. It now appears if she wants to run for supervisor again, it will have to be as a write-in candidate.
And we know the people who support her can't write. I'm not saying that they can't write. I mean, they're not capacitated to write at that moment, you know. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into details. We've covered this, man. Just if you just on our page, if you want to look it up, just press TIFF and you'll find a bunch of videos. She's been crashing out, RJ. She's been crashing out.
Yeah, I mean, she's the definition of a crash out dummy if there ever was one. And even if she wasn't crashing out, one could argue that she is a dummy. But before we proceed with this topic, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Don't forget to like the video and also share it with your friends, your family, and your enemies. Check us out on our other socials as well. And after subscribing, guys, remember to hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. Yeah, but
you might
Tiffany,
be right on that one. You might be right on that one.
And the way she talks to people, You know why? Okay, so to me, the highlight, the confirmation that she's not that smart was when the reporter was asking her a while back about the spending she allegedly did with a trip
In Vegas.
when she was on a trip was it in Vegas?
Yeah, it's Vegas.
Yeah, it was in Vegas, or at least, yeah, I'm for sure it's on the West Coast. But she was there spending money, and the reporter said, I understand that you spend the people's money.
That was in Vegas. The one you're talking about right now, yeah.
That was in
Definitely
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah.
With friends and families. And then she said, no comment, no comment. and then she started denying. Didn't happen. So you never went to Vegas? No comment. Like, what are we doing, Tiffany?
Yeah.
Tiffany. So she thinks, that's, I mean, if you're gonna lie to me, do it well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think she is. Sometimes people get promoted into by chance. They get promoted into places, jobs, roles they have no business being into. This is a typical situation where you can see that someone, whether you can call it DEI hire, I mean, she was given the position after the previous Thornton Township supervisor passed away. They basically handed on a silver platter. She wasn't chosen. So she took that and ran with that. She ran the other way.
Isn't that what they wanted to do with Biden as well and Harris? Oops, I think either KaiR or I am stuck. Was it me or was it you, Kid? Wait. Not yet. Don't be too trigger happy.
I'm back. Tiffany is trying to stop me. Hey man, what is this, man? Whoa. New world order. Oh no, just kidding. But all jokes aside, RJ, continue.
Yeah, I think what you mentioned, because you said that the original Thornton supervisor, Thornton's township supervisor, passed away, and then Tiffany was basically the next in line. She was never elected. I would argue that that's what they have been trying to do, and maybe are still trying to do. With the current president.
Yo. People been talking. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We still have a month to go. So
And they might send another Luigi to go. They might sign Mario. It's me,
they're gonna
Mario.
send someone to that. I think some. Hey, I hope not. But
Yeah.
protect that man because they came
Yeah.
for his neck twice already.
Yeah. And you know who? Well, I'm talking about Biden, actually. I'm talking about that's what they're trying to do.
Okay, I'm talking
Maybe
about
let him pass away and then let the federal KaiR the federal Tiffany Henyard take over.
the Indian city girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
Anyway,
God.
guys, this is crazy. I mean, and by the way, we're still gonna continue covering her up until the election, which is in April. We have some things in mind. We're gonna drop some old stuff to see how it goes. So next year we'll continue. We'll continue. The crash out is not over. She's gonna be a nominee for Crash Out of the Year 2 consecutive years. That's for sure. Right now she's leading, but she's gonna crash out in already know 2025 she's gonna crash out again.
Yeah.
People like her, like you said, she's a crash dummy.
Yeah.
They are always in the wrong car, heading towards that wall.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Do you think she's a crash dummy? Do you think Dalton is a crash out?
Township.
Thornton Township and Dalton, both of them. Are they gonna crash out on Tiffany? Are they crashing out on Tiffany right now? Hey man, there's so many questions I have about Tiffany. Tiffany, if you're watching this, let us know in the comments what you're gonna do. Are you gonna run up?
Pop off his show.
Are you gonna pop up? I mean, I heard you don't have a police chief anymore, so you can arrest me. Anyway, guys, drop your comments, your thoughts down below. We'll be picking some of the best comments to feature in one of our future videos. Drop your hottest take, Ajay.
Yes, guys, drop your hottest take, and if it's hot enough, if it's blazing enough, we will mention it in a future show during our comment of the week section. So if you have a hot take, do not hesitate to let us know. Also, don't forget to like, share the video, but most importantly, subscribe and hit the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos.